The night carried a strange stillness, thick and breathless, like the world itself had paused to watch something unfold. On the surface, everything was ordinary, but ordinary has a cruel way of disguising the storms it conceals. My name is Daniel. I'm 43 years old. I've been married to Clara for 8 years, 8 beautiful, complicated years. She's the kind of woman who turns heads without trying, intelligent, captivating, graceful in ways that made me feel like the luckiest man in every room we entered. I trusted her without reservation. I never questioned where she was or who she was with. That trust wasn't something I gave lightly, but with Clara, it felt effortless. That night, I was supposed to be in Seattle. A 4-day tech summit, conferences, seminars, evening mixers with executives and engineers. But the event wrapped up earlier than expected. There was a brief moment where I considered joining a few colleagues for drinks, maybe extending the trip just to breathe, to pause. But something, instinct perhaps, or fate's quiet whisper, nudged me go home. I didn't text Clara. I thought a surprise would be sweet. I even imagined the smile on her face when I walked in with her favorite Thai takeout. I landed close to 10:30 p.m. The roads were quiet. I parked a few houses away, not wanting the garage door to betray my arrival. As I walked toward the house, something felt off. Our home looked the same, yet it carried a strange tension like a hell breath. Inside, the lights were low. Soft music played in the background, blues. Clara never played blues. She always said it made her feel too much. Then I saw her sandals, her favorite pair, tossed near the couch. She never left them there. She always placed them neatly beside our bedroom door. And then came the sound. A man's laugh. Deep, confident, familiar. I didn't freeze. I didn't falter. I walked through our home with the certainty of someone who had nothing left to fear. The bedroom door was slightly ajar. What I saw was as expected as it was devastating. Clara, her dark hair unbound, her skin glowing under the soft lamplight, was draped in the velvet robe I gave her for her birthday. And beside her, tangled up in the intimacy of our sanctuary, was Nathan, my friend. He moved fast, clumsy and panicked, scrambling for his clothes. Clara's eyes widened with shock, guilt spilling out of her like an open wound. She grabbed the robe tight around her chest, but the truth had already stripped her bare. "I thought you were in Seattle," she whispered, her voice shaky. "So, did you?" I said, emotion drained from my tone. She moved toward me. I stepped back. There was no screaming, no fists, no chaos, only silence, cold, cutting silence. I turned, left the bedroom door open behind me, and walked out of the house without a second glance. The next few days, I didn't answer her calls, or Nathan's. I wasn't confused or overwhelmed. I didn't need time to understand. I already did. What I needed was space. Space to decide how this story would end. 4 or 5 days, I stayed in a hotel, letting the silence stretch out like a blade, letting her sit in the unease, the uncertainty, wondering if she'd ever hear from me again. I wanted her to feel the weight of what she'd done, not through anger, but through absence. Then I called. I asked her to meet me at the little diner where we had our first date all those years ago. She came in looking like a ghost of herself. No makeup, no poise, just hollow guilt in her eyes and shoulders bent under its weight. "I messed up," she said, barely louder than a breath. "I don't expect forgiveness." But it didn't mean anything. I stirred my coffee, calm, watching the swirl of cream like it held the answers. "Nothing," I said finally. It was enough to lie to me. For 5 months. She broke, right there, tears slipping down her cheeks, her sobs catching the attention of strangers at nearby tables. I didn't move to comfort her. I let them look, let them see the consequence of betrayal. Then I leaned in, my voice low but unwavering. "I'm not leaving you." "Not yet." She looked up, eyes wide. "You're not?" "No," I said. "You're going to stay. You'll wake up every day in this marriage, and you'll live with what you did. You'll wonder if today is the day I leave. You'll feel the same confusion, the same dread, the same betrayal. I won't shout. I won't insult you. I'll be kind, polite, cold, and one day, Without warning, I'll go. You won't even see it coming." Her face collapsed under the weight of those words. "Why?" she asked through trembling lips. "Because you destroyed something sacred," I replied. "And now you get to live in the ruins." I stood up, leaned down, and pressed a kiss to her forehead, a goodbye without saying a word. Then I turned and walked out of that diner, just like I had walked out of our bedroom that night. And the silence I left behind echoed louder than any scream ever could.